Hello, Sprouts. Welcome back to Valhalla. Cyberpunk bartending action. We are on day 11. Jill wants a mega Christmas tree. Okay. How much does a mega Christmas tree cost? Oh, we found it right off the bat. Okay. $13.50. Oh dear. Surely they're not gonna let us fail to pay our electric bill, right? Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely vote. Oh, the tree is adorable. Thor, who was that Lilum? A very good friend. The cat talks. I believe that. Go, kitty. I was kind of expecting to see the Lilum here. Dorothy. Your name is Dorothy. Friday, December 23rd. Good evening. Hey. How are you feeling? Lilum are soft and warm. Come again? You heard me. So on a scale from steaming pile of shit to just sad, where are you? A sad pile of shit. I still hate myself. I'm still sad as hell, but how to put it? The noise stopped. I don't know if I explained to myself. Sorta, kinda. So, how were things last night? Cozy, I must admit. I can't believe you paid Dorothy for that. Well, if you want to call that payment, I guess. I called Dorothy to tell her what happened to you, and she was really concerned. She stuttered for a second, saying that she had the whole night to go, and she couldn't just leave for free. I asked her how much, and she said, enough to pay for the soda I'm having is fine. Aww, Dorothy. You're a sweet bean. How did you get her number? I have contacts. So it could be that, like, Dorothy is legally obligated to not do anything for free like that, but... Or she just wanted to, like, cover herself emotionally. Like, I'm totally getting paid. I don't want to just cuddle you for the sake of cuddles. Right. Anyway, Jill, if you need a second break, a drink, or a hug, just let me know, you hear? Thanks, boss. I'd make you the same offer, but I'm guessing hugs from me are the last thing you want. If you need a bartender, let me know, though. Nice to know. Anyway, we have work to do. I don't think I actually clicked anything. This just happened every time. Time to mix drinks and change lives. It's nice to hear that again. Did you say something? Did I? Oh, welcome to Valhalla. Oh, it's you guys. Hey, be more respectful. I brought my boss here. Aren't you part-timer here or something? My other boss? You're talking to the great Nacho Tumbleweed Jr. Boss, I'm taking my break. I know what I said earlier, but you haven't even started yet. Shit. So what brings you here today? I wanted to see the place my best soldier is working at. Soldier? Wait, are you the dog I served last Monday? Oh, it's you, Dana. Soldier, why didn't you tell me you were working for Dana? No, that's not Dana, that's just Jay. So I'm guessing you're part of this whole Sierra thing. Part of it? I founded it. Humans have the best intentions, but they just don't get us. So I decided to create a place where dogs can be dogs. Here we can take in any dog without a place in this world. I forgot if they told us what Sierra meant. We created our own heaven on earth. And do you take corgis only? Do I look like one of those Seifer bitches? Of course not. I'd include other animals, but sadly I can only take care of those who are of the same species as I. Sad thing is, I'd take them more seriously, but this is a talking corgi with an eye patch. Will you get anything? I'm fine. What about you, boss? Manly stuff. You sure? Did I stutter? Alright, manly thing it is. Maybe I should just give him something bitter. I mean, there's manly. The bitter, mentally strong, with the optional alcohol, because I don't think I should be giving doggos alcohol. Not even in a video game. Who knows? If he has an army, maybe he would go to war if he got a little tipsy. And corgis are adorable. I don't want to see them fighting. Yes, this is just what I wanted. Blech! This tastes worse than my own butt! Hey, you asked for it! This is a really nice place, you know. You picked a good place to work out, soldier. Thanks! Does he really get paid? Your efforts to keep Sarah afloat will not go to waste. We'll make her better and better. I mean, we're pretty much on the verge of closing. Can boss really afford that? We have more urgent matters at hand, though. Like the fact that we don't have enough balls for everyone. Can't they just share the ones we have? You fool. Every dog has a right to his own ball. If we can't provide even that, then what's the point of even trying? Wait. Don't tell me she just doesn't give a fluff and is spending all of her money like water. I mean, what with the bar closing and all that? But many have enjoyed the boxes more than they do the balls. That's a good point. What do you think is cheaper, a box of balls or a box of boxes? Are there boxes of boxes? Of course there are. How do you think they ship boxes? Tied together? Tied together? Don't be silly. Unless she's paying him straight from her pocket. Boss is that kind of woman. This world is filled with all sorts of recursive madness, you know. Doctors consult doctors, boxes come in boxes, bottles come in bottles. Ooh, as expected from you, boss. Wait, the theory only works assuming she's actually paying him with money. For all I know, she might be paying him with steaks. Or balls. So tomorrow you're gonna check for people selling boxes, you hear? Sir, yes sir! Except that to boss, a good steak is more valuable than money. Wait, what if they come with foil? Russ Strauss had to be taken to the vet because he had ate the foil a piece of cheese came in. Curses, you're right. We need a contingency plan. Besides, boss isn't the one to scam people, let alone a dog. I wonder if we can strike a deal with the vet those Cypher bastards have. She's always so nice with us. I know. Her smile is so cute too. So it's better that we vet for a vet. Yes, put that on the list. Nacho. Oh yeah, I forgot she knows the dog. Are you staying for a while? I was just passing by. I've got some errands to run. Great. Jill can go with you. I can? You will. I'll still get paid for today, right? That depends on Nacho's evaluation. Alright, Greenhorn, let's get going. Oh, I'm paying him anyways, by the way. I just wanted to mess around with him. No, that's not the problem here. Why make him do that? Jill looked like he needed to take a good break, and he's the kind to just not accept such a thing. But with Nacho, he'd have something to do, and he'd be away from the bar for a bit. When you put it that way. Anyway, I'm going back to my office. Your boss sure is nice. Glad I'm working with her too. Yeah. So, you haven't done anything? Actually, I'm just gonna go sit over there and be on standby. Await orders. Okay. Shit, I missed the chance to ask how or even if he gets paid with money. Man, I sure need to get wasted. I fail to see how getting wasted will make you feel better. Sheepa! For fluff's sake, you piece of scrap. You just got out of a building full of dogs. But this one has a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Hey there, robot. And he talks. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey, Jill. Get me a beer, will you? Gotcha. Does Dill want anything? Okay, roll. Sir, yes, sir. So cute. He's fine. Just a beer, then. Friday after work isn't just a beer, though. It's the beer. Can't argue with that. Beer for Betty. I could make it big for the heck of it. Big beer. Big beer. Bleh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Too many. Here you go. Let's make it special. Yeah. Cheers. Hey Jill, do you like beer? The amount of beer cans in my apartment is becoming a problem, actually. I had this friend back in high school who made some pretty nice crafts with them. I'm still in contact with them if you're interested. No thanks. The last thing I need right now is more crap taking space. So, how are things up at the Dogtown? No, I think they meant like, if you have a bunch of cans and you don't want to recycle them, we can give them to the friend who does the handicrafts with them. Well, that Laura girl is still stirring things up for better or for worse. For worse? She's, like a rabbit. An overtly politically correct rabbit. Rabbit? Never had a pet rabbit. They're a nervous mess that gets startled over the littlest of things. And this girl's on the constant lookout, scared as of saying something that might irk someone. It doesn't have to be a person she's speaking with even. It's no problem in the company, but the other day we went out together and holy shit. Poor girl can't speak properly. She pauses every sentence to make sure she doesn't say something offensive. She's a nice girl, and it's sweet that she tries so hard not to offend anyone. But seriously, she tries too hard. You don't help either. You randomly yell, "What did you say?" whenever she's within earshot distance. Yeah, well, it's just that she looks so cute when she's startled. Like a rabbit. It raises up the question of whether she's really like that, or if you're the one making her wary of anything she says. Well, why don't we test that? How? You go out with her. Why? To test if it's really me who makes her like that. It's not like you could say no, you know. I mean, it's my honor that's on the line here. I want to prove you're only talking shit about me. Even if you were right, you have quite the fixation on the girl. She's fun. Fun how? She actually reacts when I tease her. You take it in your stride, but she actually gets startled, squirms, and then gets uncomfortable. How is that any good? She's cute and her reactions are cute. But if you keep it up, she'll either leave or get used to you. You know, like me. Shit, you're right. I must save my teasing for when the moment is just right then. No, that's not the problem. It is for me. And what are you doing here? What about the dog? He said he had to go out. By the way, he said his name was... Say, this Laura girl. Do you guys get along? I wouldn't know. We get along as coworkers at the very least. What kind of girl is she? Aside from the whole politically correct rabbit thing. Slow. She's the kind that does things so carefully that she does them really, really slowly. Really, really slowly. I can't deny that she actually finishes stuff. She does a great job, but it's unnerving. She doesn't actually have to be with us in the building, though. She's more like a freelancer. Why is she there, then? Because she likes dogs. And that's why I insist that you two would make a fine couple. That's a really superficial statement. It's like saying you'd be fine with someone because you're both women. Okay, bad example. May I say something? By all means. If that Lara girl is really as bland as you claim her to be, wouldn't she be better off with a more assertive person, Lilum, a more assertive partner? Yo, piece of scrap, she's totally calling you a pussy. She's right, though. Sharing interests and being compatible are totally different things. But then you'd be underestimating the power of love. Whether you want to admit it or not, love changes people for the better or for worse. Who knows? Maybe you'll become more assertive after spending time with her. Or she'll drive me nuts. I guess that's a possibility too. Still, why are you so insistent on me and her getting together? Because she's like a cute rabbit, so someone might try to eat her out there. It'd be a lot easier to keep her in my sight. So in short, your motherly instincts arose because of Laura. Why why not see if she likes you? And you already tried to hit on her, didn't you? You make me sound like some skirt chaser. She's not into girls. How did you find out? I asked her directly. Of course you did. She seemed, giddy afterwards, though. I heard her muttering something about meeting her first lesbian. It was weird. Okay, enough lore for a night. That refrained from using "that's what you said last night" jokes or variations thereof. Please. Party pooper. Let's get a drink then. Sounds good. I'll have a bloom light, please. Give me a fringe weaver. Alrighty. 1 bloom light, 1 fringe weaver. Bloom. Aged rocks. I wonder if they would be okay with me making them large. For more minis. Slot 2. Fringe weaver. What? Oh my. Aged. Never mind, I'm definitely not making this large. Customer might not be able to waddle out under their own volition. Here you go. I wonder why it's called Bloomlight. Seems it was first developed at some video game event. The creator said something about making the attendees feel like their customers do. Said attendees were, of course, part of some big games company. Seems that company always used too much bloom lighting, and the bartender there literally made them drink all the bloom. So it's not called that because it glows in the dark? Not this one, no. Not that one? Come to think of it, did you ever change because of a relationship, Jill? In more ways than one, I guess. Would you say for better or for worse? I guess for the better. I'm too thick-headed to develop any new bad habits. Although thanks to my first boyfriend, I did pick up a very annoying habit of correcting people's grammar on the fly. Pretty annoying when I think back to it. So you were one of those kinds of people. As for me, sometimes I think I become more, what's the word? Cynical, jaded, bitter, tired of the crap the world and everyone throws on a daily basis. Hey. I'm just quoting you. Oh, but yeah. I think I became all that because of this one girlfriend I had in college. She got me into this whole activism thing in the first place. How was that bad? We'd all go and protest. We'd start all kinds of movements to see things change. I really got into the whole thing. But whenever I wanted to get more serious, I'd find myself coming up against a wall. That wall is an analogy for the fact that not everyone was willing to go that far. I found out pretty fast that most of them were in the whole thing because of some shitty fad. And not because they actually believed in whatever movement they were championing. So I moved from group to group, only to find people who were in it because of a fad. And when they weren't in it because of a passing fad, they were of the dangerous extremist kind. My tolerance for people's shit has greatly diminished after all that. So it wasn't so much the people you had a relationship with, but rather other people. You seriously never thought about it that way. You need to stop putting the blame for what you do on past relationships. Whatever. Where's the other guy, by the way? He had to escort one of the dogs outside. Figures. Oh yeah, there was one that was... The one that was here asked if you were the nice vet lady that works at the Seaford Toy Company. I suppose he's interested in talking to you or something. Why didn't he do it then? I don't know. You've been doing a few jobs on the side, haven't you? The pay from the dogs isn't enough to keep up with the mounting debts. I don't know how you do it. It's hard to believe dogs pay you at all. But this is coming from someone working at a place that pays a dog for doing fluffle. Or at least I think we're paying him. I'm not completely certain we do. Will you get anything else? Well, we're fine, but we have to get up early tomorrow. And by we, I really mean her. She got invited to a picnic, and I won't stand to hear another "had to go to a picnic with a hangover" story. Fine. Let's go then. See ya, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Man, you're such a party pooper. You'll be the party pooper tomorrow if you keep drinking. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if someone comes. Alright. No dogs in sight. Alright then, back to work. Welcome to Vaha. Oh. Hey there, Alma. She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up. She likes classy drinks, but what she really likes... Isn't it sweet drinks? Flavor, sweet... Is there a sweet and classy? Sweet, girly, soft? I actually don't remember for sure this is what she likes. Sweet, brandini, sweet, classy, happy. Okay. Yeah, we'll give her a brandini. Aged. I wonder what's bothering poor Alma. No Bronson for you. Hey. And this? It's on me, Jank, so you at least change your expression. Why not just say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So, how is it? A brandini. So you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite the fixation on brandinis. To be honest, they suit you. Hey, wanna hear a silly story? Always. Yes, tell us everything. Give us your whole backstory. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate. Just him and I. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But the highlight was him ordering a brandini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and gotten wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. It wasn't about getting drunk. The drink itself was the pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh? Ever since that day, he's called me Brantini Girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. I thought he was going to be dead. Okay then. So, why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly, my grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if I kept it up. So, what is it? Was it the news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? No, that's old news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I want to ruin it by blowing off all of my stored steam. Silly Alma. I've been feeling like utter shit for the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead. Unwind all your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so, remember my sister, Diana? The one that separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fluffing her way around or something? Perfect summary. I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then. More specifically, that she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself. And I mean that. She never even thinks about selling some stuff or trying to earn her bread. She just expects a guy to do all of that for her. Sounds like a lot of people on TikTok. I have no idea why she turned out like that. Both my mom and dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. If you start another job after you retire, is that really retirement? So, what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy spent a couple of days with her before leaving her again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then left. Well... you acted like my little brother and sister after hearing that. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. So she's broke and can't even get enough for a bus. Even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get some money. And it was up to me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such a sweet angels, they've made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Eva are actually staying with me a couple of days to give them some peace. It doesn't help but that I never got along with Diana. So we're in the car and she asks how her kids are. And of course, after all the build-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how her kids are growing up seeing some messed up stuff. I start scolding her about not taking responsibility and not taking proper care of her children. I tell her that she's in no place to have all those escapades. And after all of that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Yeah, yes. Yeah, you little skunk. I don't have kids, but I'm not broke just because I refuse to take a job. I don't have kids, but I'm not leaving them in the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hit me on the regular basis back into my bed. That's not entirely fair. I don't remember the statistic, but it takes, a lot of times it takes abuse victims several times to leave and make it stick. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Eva and Bernardo, and they've turned out pretty damned well. I don't have any kids, but I'm not a cheap... Oh, yeah, I'm not saying that. Incoherent screaming! That I don't think my throat could take if I tried. Cute art, though. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family, and I put them above all else. But Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I could help? You just did. Yeah? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell though, and I just couldn't discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom, your daughter's a skunk. I just needed to get all of this off my chest, you know? Well, from the way I see it, there's still a lot more to get off your chest. It's swollen as fluff. Now, all you see here is filled with love and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding, kidding. I guess the only one that didn't get the big boob gene was Eva. She insists on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. How old is Eva? These can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. And poor Bernardo. His breasts actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I don't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hit, my mom lost her looks rather quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about a shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had problems with that. Ooh, I see. Hey, you know what worries me the most about the whole Diana situation? How your nephews are turning out? If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her. Somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? If I find a good man and I settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst where I wanna live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all of that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is an indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? I'm pretty sure. You said before that she was pretty much married the guy after a couple of months, right? Please do not do that. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ends up marrying you, it's because he passed your irrational standards. Hey! Am I lying? No. But there are things best kept to unspoken truths. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You could marry Jillian. He seems good. You will. You'll know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Alright. No ice. Okay. But what are the aspects of that? Okay, Brandini. Sweet, classy, and happy. So, Wait. All aged and mixed. No. Sweet. Sparkle? No. I need to be able to sort with ice. Did I already look at Sparkle Star? All aged and mixed. Okay, fluff it. All aged mix, rocks mix, bubbly, classy. Ice, ice, ice. Give me on the rocks. Sour, classy, burning. Yeah, we'll give this one a try. Hopefully it's okay. Wait, did I put in the powdered delta? I did not. Reset. I don't actually know if they all have to be in order, if I can just toss them in haphazardly. Not getting them in the correct order just bothers me, so I don't try. No thermometer was harmed in the creation of this drink. Cute. Here you go. Thanks, I needed to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So, you said you felt shitty the last couple of days. Why? Don't think too much about it. Oh, come on. You heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right? I almost forgot to tell you something. What is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You want to come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is gonna be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want. It won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? Favorite part? I guess I like legs the most. Really? I like breast better. Breast is a bit too simple, don't you think? Legs have a better texture. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs, and a lot less messy. You silly girls. False? You're there talking about breast and legs, and everyone knows the best part of the wings. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Where did you get spicy chicken wings? Can I have some? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken. The shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Because we're on the clock. Thought as much. Yo, Armitage. Alma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you're talking about be cooked already? You might need to heat it up, but it'd be cooked otherwise. Great! Expect you here Sunday at 8 p.m. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be back to my office. She left the bucket. Want some? Don't mind if I do. Oh, mild spice, nice. Weird. Maybe she got mixed up order and that's why she left them here. Or maybe she was just trying to make sure you both ate food. She's a good boss after all. She usually orders stronger stuff? I found buckets that make my throat itch just from being near them. Oh. You know, if she walked there to get the chicken, and that's how spicy it is for Jill, Dana definitely would have noticed that it wasn't spicy enough before she left. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, to be honest. I want them to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's no good. Do you like them buff? What about tall? No tattoos or piercing, I guess. Never liked either. What about you? I like them well dressed. If they go out in iron shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. Some muscle is always fine too. The sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my men. My potential husband, on the other hand, is a completely another matter. I see. So can you get me a drink here? The spicy wings turned out to be spicy. What can I get you? Anything, as long as it helps me with the spiciness in my mouth. Let's give her something to help her get over the spiciness of the wings. Flavor? Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just leave out the alcohol. Phew, it helped. Thanks. Alright, so next question. What kind of girl do you like? You first? Sorry, I don't seem that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying the girl is cute or cool, but... Nope, I prefer men in my bed. Now you. Should just calm down. I guess I like girls with light-colored hair. Light-colored hair? Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white? Like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry, it's just that when she got here with that bucket of wings, your eyes pretty much started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy and cheerful all of a sudden. Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice. It just felt like teasing you. So, light-colored hair. What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too and I started hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, a good apartment? I would never let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you're feeling shitty these last days? What? Oh, that. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill. You've heard my problems so many times now, I want to help you. Come on, come here. Eh? I told you to sit here, come on. What? What are you? Alright then, now I'm the bartender and you're the client. Pretty sure that's not allowed. But rare for we to see ourselves. Hardly, the bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then, I move this here, click. Now it works for you, for me, and that dog in the Hawaiian shirt. Why with him too? He's a dog. And a fluffin' Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how did you even manage to... Oh yeah, hacker, right. Now we've changed roles. You've been feeling shitty? Mind telling me why? It's a long story, I don't even know where to start. From the beginning. Okay then. It's something that goes back to my college years. Whoa, that's taking it way back. Back in compulsory education, I never made too much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Even in PE, I managed to well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, when I got to college, shit started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Burning my eyelashes studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me a lot with my studies. She even got me into stuff that gave more credits. I really liked her, and after some time, I found out she liked me too. Oh ho ho. We started going out. I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client. There was no such pause. Please, I want to test this whole bartending interface. Sugar rush then, you can't mess that up. Alright. Sugar rush, sugar rush. And I'm not getting her tipsy, so... Thank you. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. I have this gut feeling that with your body you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know? People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You've obviously never been to a cat bar, then. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle when trying to move around this kind of stuff. So, keep telling the story. Well, as the career went on and on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half of it became nothing but study session after study session, investigations, my thesis. When the graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly, while reading said speech, I almost had a panic attack. Fear of public speaking? I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. I tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy doing all that, so I was just standing there, and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I had only gone through the motions day after day, from high school to graduating. I felt like years of my life slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. But at that point I stopped and realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It was all terrifying as hell. I needed all of my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. So a couple of months later, I got an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenore was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then. But I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during the last year and a half. What if I had a sudden realization like the one I had at graduation, but when I turned 40? That's called a midlife crisis. I didn't know what to do, but I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things devolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things. I said one too many things. In the end, I just stormed out of her house and I broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me that. Why are you feeling shitty about it after all this time, though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. Huh? The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to the bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Localized nanomachine rejection. A heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time, but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. And if it's true that she had that for a long time, why didn't she tell me she was sick when we were together? I don't know, I just feel like all kinds of failure. Jill. And to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yes, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid for fluff's sake. She lost a sister who pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride? Fear? A stupid effort to leave the most awesome person I loved as a thing of the past? Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly forever. I'm such a piece of shit. A selfish piece of shit. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect the story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes? Can you get me a big beer here? Coming right up. Big beer, big beer, big beer. What makes a big beer in this thing? It's a good thing we already know what makes a big beer. Cool. Like, it's perfectly understandable to be afraid when you graduate that you're not gonna like your career. That's why it's also perfectly acceptable to change what you do later. Big beer for Jill. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of being of the BTC issued liver implant is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Oh. Hey Jill, what kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college, I was too thick-headed and got riled up easily. Stressed was my default state. So, just like you're behaving right now. Shut up, I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't, it's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there, finding a way to calm me down. She was also able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time, I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All of that was variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking to them is better, she would say. Lenore would always present to me her many acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. Man, I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person. I just wanted to apologize. And now? You know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking what the hell to do with my life, I remembered a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions and all of that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said, if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh, interesting. Are you okay? The force and value of okay, yeah. It's just... I wanted to thank you, Alma. Thank me? I guess I just needed someone to tell me all of this too. And you were the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening to me. You stood there listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know I might not be the most expressive person, that I'm not the one to spout love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender and you're just a client, but I really appreciate your friendship, or at the very least your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up! I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's weird for you to get so sappy. Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is how I'll never be able to make amends. And it hurts like fluff in hell, you know. I never, and I mean never, want to feel that way ever again. I don't want someone to suddenly exist in my life, exit my life, and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of being burned a bridge on a whim. I want to avoid that at any cost. And if it means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. And if I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it! That's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness, get back here. I'm on duty, you know. Fine. It's almost closing time anyway. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I mean it, you know. Thanks for everything today. Silly Jill. You listened to my problems and I listened to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Right. I'll be leaving now. Ooh, before I forget. Did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Lenore's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly, they're your parents. They live to share your problems. If they're good parents, they do. You should try having a talk like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out. See you on Sunday. Take care. That Alma girl sure is nice. Boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did. You look happier. That's always good. Anyway, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss. About those chicken wings. Fluffin' idiots about the spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana. We won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. Is that how they treat their regulars? Mumble, mumble, mumble. Call the manager, mumble, mumble. Boss? Okay. Yay, we can afford our electric bill again. Let's see. 0 mistakes. Wonderful. Payment, tip, flawless bonus. Cheers to... Cheers, Hacker, good friend. Boss is a good bean. Alright, and it's a little longer than anticipated, so this is where I'm calling things. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and tell your friends you love them. Bye-bye.